right, welcome back to episode 23 of the DrewCast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Andrew Ortiz, aka Mellow15. And my favorite disembodied voice besides Justin is in studio tonight. We got Ocho.
Hello, Logan.
Hello, Logan. This song's fire, dude. And the reason I'm letting it play is because the first topic, we're going to get into it, dude. But yeah. So, okay, yeah, we're just going to get straight into it, guys, tonight. So that song is called By the Midnight. It's called Los Angeles. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, so tonight, I'm going to start off with the ups and downs. My boy Josh is smiling already. The ups and downs to psychedelics. So yeah. So before we get started, I'm talking about like shrooms and like acid and shit. You know what I mean? And it's, you know.
And if anybody tells you you can go to bed right away on acid, don't believe that motherfucker. Don't you dare believe that motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean,
kick him out of your house.
Yeah, Zach, by the way. Zach, shout out to you, you know what I mean? No, it's true. That's okay. So before we get into that story, okay, so when I first tried shrooms, my sweet mother-in-law gave them to me. And I don't think, and I'm not going to say her by name because I don't know if she wants me to, I don't know if she wants that type of attention. But
Don't do that.
But I got shrooms. You know, me and Emily were pumped. We did it. It was good. It was amazing. You know what I mean? I was like making, and I should post one of the videos on here. We'll see if Justin has time doing editing. But during one of the videos, I was like, I made up a theory how like aliens probably trolled us. And to like, you know, aliens probably did, Josh. That was the theory. Like, hey, let's just fucking say we're gods, bro. And let's see if we can convince this whole planet to start a religion after what we said. He's like, okay, bro, do it, dude.
That's some shit me and you would do.
Yeah, if we were aliens, that's some shit we would do. It's like, hey, let's come back 100 years later and see how it's going. We come back and there's like Christians killing people for being gay and shit. You know what I mean? Like no. It's like,
destroying whole cities like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah. He's like, wait, we didn't say to do that. Like, he's like, what do we do now? He's like,
one alien looks at the other alien, he's like, Drew, we fucked up.
We fucked up, bud. But so yeah, so that was the fun part. So the last time I did shrooms recently, me and Zach had a crazy good time, and it was
it was before the time recently.
Yeah, before this recent time with Josh, because we're gonna get into that story. But it's cool because like, I tell people like, hey, if you're going to do shrooms, okay, you know, be responsible, right? Obviously, but don't do it to get high. It's not like weed or like other drugs. It's like a spiritual thing. And if you respect it like that, you will see things and you will, you know, the universe will talk to you basically. So last time I did like a big crazy amount, that's basically what happened. And it did change me. It did. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I know you guys have been making fun of me because my hair is growing and my beard, and I've been like love and peace and manifestation, but
and hippie
shit. It is some hippie shit, but it's you know, it's for the best. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I've been trying to get like Josh and Justin to do it with me. It's like my biggest thing right now. It's like, hey, and I did. I got Josh to finally do it.
Yeah, and then you regretted it afterwards.
Well, I regretted it because it was like, whoa. But
you regretted it because I was like, this isn't working. Let's do shrooms too.
Well, because I felt like we were in a Beatles music. Like I felt like this was the 70s.
Well, we did do things that were like I did John Lennon, bro.
Like, and I'm gonna preference this by saying like, hey, you know, if you've never done shrooms or acid before, do it with somebody who knows what they're doing. Again, be safe. You're a consenting adult type shit. So
we did it with somebody that didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Well, yeah, you're right. So the only reason I was willing to do it is because like it's a psychedelic, you know, and
they said we could go to sleep.
Yeah, you can go to sleep right away. It's like cool.
Yeah. 46 hours later, me and Andrew are still fucking awake.
Yeah, I know, dude. The next day sucked because like so we ended up doing acid the other night. We ended up doing shrooms as well that same night, and like maybe an hour in, it didn't hit us, and me and Josh were like, "Hey, let's go for a walk." The second I stepped my fat ass outside, it was done. I was done. I'm like, Josh, can we go back inside? Because like it's a really really big overwhelming feeling. Me and Josh end up coming back. He goes back out for a second walk. It hits you doing the second walk, and I remember playing Madden. and like everything just looked like it was melting. It was cool. The colors. I had a good experience. Emily did freak me the fuck out though. So that's the thing. Like you have to be prepared because you're in a different mind state, right? So when like you're talking to me at the back door and Emily's like, I'm the controller of this simulation and I put you guys here and I divvied out the portions. I was freaked. I've never
you freaked out like a little bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Can we just play Madden?
Yeah, I was like, we play Meghan. It's true. I mean,
Andrew, chill the fuck out.
the upside, I believe. So we said we're gonna start off with the upside and downside. I believe the upside to doing psychedelics is you open your mind to certain things. You become more spiritual. You become more connected with the earth. You become, I guess, you're like awoke. Like you get awakened to certain things. It's kind of cool.
I don't know. I haven't had that happen yet. I don't think I've done enough shrooms.
The next time I do shrooms, me and you are about to do the amount I did with Zach.
Yeah, we should do more. I'm seasoned now, dude. Seasoned like some fries.
It's very intimidating. I did the amount I did with Zach, I believe I did 3.5 grams. And like, if you're not prepared, you can get very trippy. And I'm talking like you close your eyes and you're like, I remember my experience was like, I felt like I was in the stars and I can wave my hand and like galaxies would appear. I waved my hand and people started appearing on these worlds and I can go to any time period. It probably wasn't real, but it makes it. That's the point, Josh. It's like it feels so real, like you can't really explain the experience.
Huh.
It feels hella real. So I was like going to different time periods, and I was in Egypt, and I became a bird. It was cool. So I know when you tell a lot of people this, like, "Wow, what are you smoking, bud?" Hey, bud. It's like, bro, like, can no one have a spiritual experience anymore? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The downside, though, I believe.
would say the downside to it is make sure you're doing it with a person that doesn't want to do everything stupid that you could possibly do.
Yeah, because
like walk to the gas station.
Yeah,
because that shit took for fucking ever.
because it was.
Bro, the road got longer. We get to the top of the hill and I could see like Pack Highway, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it gets hella far away, like somebody moved it back. And I'm
Pack
like,
Highway?
dude, what? Can we go? The guy from Jaws.
Can we go home?
Can we go home now?
Well, okay, so because me and you have done a lot of stuff in our lifetime. Like this is different for me. Like when you do shrooms and stuff, I feel like there is no walking. You're right. You got to do it with somebody who's not a walker. If you're someone who likes to walk and run, bye. I'm not doing it with you no more.
The only reason we did it in the first place because it was taking hella long for
to kick in.
Yeah. So I'm like, hey, we got to get our metabolism going.
Yeah, it's a really cool experience. I know people are gonna be like drugs, and I don't view it as that, man. I never have. I've never, especially shrooms and acid. Well, maybe acid because it's man-made, but like shrooms, I've never viewed shrooms as like an actual drug. I viewed it as like,
yeah, because don't they grow naturally?
Yeah.
In poop.
Well, yeah, a lot of it, yeah. That's where the taste comes from. Yeah, I mean the good taste.
And acid obviously is, and it's man-made, right?
Yeah, so maybe in poop still too. That'd be kind of funny if it was all grown in poop. Poop's the key
Everything's
to,
made in poop, man.
Poop's the key to life, dude. But if you view it, if you view shrooms as a drug, I feel bad because it's not supposed to be like that, and that's probably where people get their bad trips. It's the bad energy,
What I liked about it the most was the body high.
It was different, huh?
It was nice.
Yeah, it feels really nice, especially when
you're just sitting there and you're tripping off of acid, watching the lights drip down onto the floor.
Yeah,
and you're just like, damn, my body feels hella good, and you're just zoning out.
Lights look good. Music feels really good. That song we played in the beginning, I fucking bawled my eyes out the other night listening to that song. It was a beautiful song, dude. And then you made a theory to me that you were like, hey, I feel like the key to the universe is music because music can get people to do stuff, vibrations, bro. You're literally Nikola Tesla, because that's literally what he said. And I know you don't really read up on him, so I know you didn't copy him. I know you didn't, bro. So that's how I know you're a genius, dude. Maybe you're him from the past, dude.
Maybe
because he said it was the key to the universe. I might because like I saw.
Well, if you think about it, like even our bodies run off of frequencies, right?
And vibrations and shit. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
It's cool that he was able to say that.
Maybe he did shrooms and acid together too. Some Azzies and
some Azzies,
tab, bro.
They pop, bro. Don't put it past them. Let's not put it past them.
What else are you gonna do when you're rich and bored?
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I would too, bro.
I would just be like, hey, bro.
Imagine doing that in your mansion.
That would feel good.
And then you like paid someone to put a whole bunch of like trippy lights up and shit.
Yeah, that'd be. Can you imagine your whole mansion like hella like lit up in colors and stuff? That'd be cool. I think one of the last downsides I'll mention is when I say you get awoke, I mean like today I went out there and I just looked at the earth. I was like, what are we doing? Like, what the fuck are we like? Why are we destroying like the world? Like, why are we just? That's the downside is because when you become like spiritually awoken like that, you start to think like, what are we doing? Why are we killing all these animals and why are we destroying the woods and why are we like ruining everything? What are we doing here?
You have plenty of time to think about that when you're up for like 46 fucking hours.
That's true. Well, you haven't had that feeling like days after? I always get that.
What?
Like days after I do shrooms, I'll like walk around and I'll look at them.
I don't think I did enough shrooms because I'll.
We'll do more next time.
Yeah,
I promise.
we'll do an only shroom trip. Next
Yeah. Because it's cool.
Like I had a mixed kind of trip because we did both of them. So
yeah.
I don't know which one was which, but I'm just not down to stay up 46 hours. I'm not down for that shit.
It's crazy. So like that downside sucks because you're like, damn, what are we doing to the earth, bro? Like, why do we force people to work a 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Why do we force people not to be happy? And like, why do people get, you start to like, and then you start to notice that everyone else around you isn't like that. When you become spiritually awoken, you start to notice things like, oh, damn, it sucks. Is all these people walking around like, like I started eating healthier. I go to Marlene's now all the time. And it's not that I shit on people who eat fast food and all that stuff, because I still somewhat do it. But
hey, you want to go to Wendy's after this?
How do I mind? Get some spicy nuggets. Well, hey, I'm not going to say no to Wendy's. I don't care how spiritual. Jesus wouldn't, dude. Come on. Jesus isn't saying no to fucking Wendy's.
He's like, yeah, I don't mind.
But yeah, if you guys have done shrooms, comment below. Tell me your experience. I would love to know. And there's people who are probably scared because it's a very, I think the community feels small, but it's not. The spiritual awakened community. You start to notice certain things. So
yeah, plus like everybody just like shits on people that get high periods. So like nobody really likes coming out and saying, hey, I did this.
Because of that, yeah. It sucks because like I think the only people who get shitted on for being high is like the people who do hardcore drugs.
I think everybody gets shit on for doing drugs by a certain group. Like there's always a different group that shits on people for getting high period, but yeah.
So I don't know if you, and I'm not fully aware of the situation, so don't get me wrong, but you could also look in your phone because I sent you them if it looks kind of blurry. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, do you know who those are? I barely know who those are, so if you don't, it's fine.
I don't fucking know those people.
So Meghan Markle, she married him, I think it was like a year or two or a couple years back, and she's like I think she's like half black, or she's like, you could tell she isn't white.
She's mixed, yeah.
Yeah, and so people were always like, oh, that might be a problem because the British royal family seems like the type of people who, hey, we hide Prince Andrew's a pedophile, but goddamned if my daughter-in-law's black.
Right.
That's what's happening. Okay. Prince Andrew gets exposed for being in like fucking Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile ring, but oh, hey, Meghan, cut the block. That's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So she came out in an interview with her husband Prince Harry, but they did an Oprah interview, and that kind of fucking blew up. And then British Twitter versus Black Twitter, and it was kind of entertaining. Not gonna lie. He's saying his dad cut him off from the money. They don't get security anymore. Meghan felt suicidal, and then people said they didn't believe her. Like, anyways, the long story short, the memes were fire out of this. So I guess during the interview, she said like the royal family was worried about Archie's skin color. Archie's their son. Mm-hmm. They were worried he'd be too dark. And it's like, hey, I don't know if you guys know what time we're in, but you know what I mean? Like, dude, this would have been, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this would have been
they had the kid already?
Yeah. Yeah,
what color is the kid?
So he looks kind of like, he's not black, but like he looks not white. It's weird.
Is it
almost like
Justin?
Almost like Justin. Maybe like a Justin and Elijah mix, yeah.
Yeah, because Elijah still looks white, but you can clearly tell
he's not.
That kid's not white.
Yeah, you could tell. So it said how the British royal family thinks baby Archie's gonna look. Pull up your phone, Josh, because I sent it to you.
Yeah, why is it hella blurry?
I don't know, man. That's annoying. It's annoying, but
what?
Yeah, that's how they think it. They said that's how they think Archie's gonna look.
That's messed up.
They're greasy, bro. They're so. And then this next meme, which hopefully it shows up any ounce clear. I really hope it does. But so it's funny because have you seen like, are you into like the makeup drama with like James Charles and all them? You've heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but
So
I'm not into it.
so Tati had a video called "Breaking My Silence."
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then look at the Queen's one. It says "Breaking."
This is stupid.
The Queen said, I'm breaking my silence. What is the Queen's gonna be like? We didn't say he was too dark. We said he couldn't be here at all. Like, bro, okay, correct me if I'm wrong. They could have took this opportunity to say, hey, Harry's wife is clearly not full white, you know?
Uh-huh.
So what they could have done is they could have incorporated like we're going into a new era, right? Wherein like people are gonna get angry if you act this way. What they could have done is say, hey, we're gonna put him at the forefront, and we're gonna be more accepting of people of color, because like clearly our son married someone who's not white. Meghan is I don't know if she's half black or part black, but let's just go with part black for now.
Okay.
She's part black. They could have used that opportunity to say, hey, our grandson's gonna be part something. Like, let's be more accepting of it, but they didn't.
So I've been thinking about this the last like week.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think all the old fucking racist people are gonna die and it's just gonna be gone?
Have you ever heard of
like this bitch? She's probably racist as fuck. Look at her.
the Queen? Yeah, for sure.
When is that bitch gonna die? And all the people like her,
Yeah.
like when are they gonna die and racism is just gone?
So
like how many years do you think?
Have you ever heard of that theory?
Like 30 more years till all the old racist people are dead?
You know what sucks though, Josh? They're teaching their kids racism though. So here's what could happen.
So how about we just kill all the racist people?
Hey,
Then there is no more racism and there's no one to teach it.
Because I think racism, the biggest thing about racism is that it gets taught in schools and it gets passed down like
What school
from
taught
your family.
anybody racism?
What I mean, Josh, is like, okay, let's say,
Are you talking about like when they teach you about Christopher Columbus and shit?
yeah, so schools teach you about it, okay? But not only is the school teaching you about it, which, okay, some could argue that it's important to learn. It is important to learn.
That didn't make me or you racist though,
No.
learning about Christopher Columbus. So how is that teaching you racism?
So I think the school creates divide, and then your parents are the ones that teach you racism.
Oh yeah, you're kind of right.
Because when I went to school in Everett, we were learning about like, a bunch of like Christopher Columbus and Abraham Lincoln. It creates a divide. Because we were kids, like we didn't like. I never knew that, When I was a kid, like every kid in my class, I liked and loved, and we were cool and hang out. But then when school starts teaching about that, which it's important.
Does any of that shit matter though? Can't we just like vote to not be taught any of that stuff in school?
You could, but then
Like, why
some
the
would argue that it's important to learn. That's what I'm saying.
How
like,
is it important? I mean, I guess it's important for Native Americans.
And obviously, like,
But if it's
important.
teaching racism, let's just get fucking rid of it.
I think it kind of creates a divide. It's kind of like a tough subject, but basically the main part is the parents. Yeah, they could die out, but they've already taught their kids that. Have you ever heard of that theory that like in like a 50 to 100 years, like there's going to be so many like interracial relationships that like white people won't really be a thing, they claim?
Yeah, I can see that happening.
That could be the end of racism, but it's not just white people who are racist.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've seen Asian people, Latinos, and
people.
so will it end racism? I don't think so, but it could end that type of racism, which is like, we own the banks, we own the Hollywood, we own the properties, we control who does that's like systematic. That's the type of racism that needs to go, because I don't think you're ever gonna be able to get rid of there's systematic racism and then there's racism.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll be able to get rid of racism no matter what. People are always gonna hate each other, and they're always gonna be like prejudice, but it's systematic racism you definitely can get rid of. So. But yeah, so that's going on. I didn't really know the full details. You've heard of his mom though, Prince Diana. She's the one that they claim the British family killed her because she like spoke out and like
What?
and like she,
What the fuck's going on in London, my guy?
You never heard of Princess Diana?
No, I don't care about other. That sounded hella bad.
Yeah. I'm not adding any of that too, but it's your real feelings. No.
I got real problems over here. Fuck, I look like caring about somebody else's problems over there.
It's kind of true, but no. But yeah, I saw it on Twitter and shit like that, and I didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I wonder what's going on here. And then like I
You
clicked.
delved into the rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull this next one up because this one is hilarious, dude. So you know who Papa John is, right?
Obviously, yeah.
He got in trouble. He got taken down as the CEO, remember? Because
Saying a bad word.
he was saying a bad word.
The bad word.
He said the worst word of them all. And I guess apparently, so it says, bro, I read the article. I'm sitting there like, he goes, former Papa John CEO, John Shatner, or Shatter, or I don't know how to.
Shatner.
Papa John's, that's his actual name to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Says he's been working for 20 months to get rid of this N word in my vocabulary.
It took him 20 months?
While
He didn't learn his lesson after he got fired?
Bro, while I mean, don't we all have a trouble getting rid of it? You know what I mean? Like, everybody's like, wow, I took only 10 months to get it out of my vocabulary. But no, I say he goes, while denying...
I'm going to use this as an excuse for Emily.
While denying accusations of racism during an interview. Bro, oh my God. Can you just imagine him sitting like this? Like, I can't say the word, like, you know, like, hey, who's, you know, like, hey, who's that guy that just bumped into you? You know, like I can imagine him sitting there shivering. That's what that sounds like. You're still working on it?
Why is it taking it says 20 months.
I know all of us have a problem getting rid of that word at some point. You know what I mean? Like when you sing songs or you have family members.
He's using a different word.
Yeah, he's using the hardy word.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I thought he was. Never mind. I forgot that he was one of those people. But it's like, I don't know if he ever can. You know why? And I say that because, bro, people like their grandparents won't stop saying it. People's like legit grandparents won't stop. What makes you think Papa John is? So I don't get it. Like,
did he say it live on
he
TV?
said it on a call, like a conference call,
and somebody recorded it.
Yeah. So my thing is, how do you get, like, if you own the company, you're the one who made it, right? You're the CEO. How can someone take you out of being the CEO? How can they do that?
Because I think some companies are like, it goes to like shares and shit.
Yeah.
So like when a company goes public, like somebody might own majority of those shares, so they can vote you out. I don't know how it exactly works, but it's something like that.
Oh, so like even if you're the owner and CEO, they can still vote you out.
Probably, yeah.
Bro.
It doesn't make sense, but I guess that's how it works.
And I was mistaken earlier. I wasn't talking about the hardy. I'm talking about other stuff, but it's funny because like sometimes even though it's bad, I want people to double down.
What do you mean? You want him to double down?
Yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like Papa John, give me an extra large, whatever you got going on. Give me a 3-meat pizza. And matter of fact, give me a 7-cheese pizza.
What are you talking about,
bro?
Right now?
Dude, can you imagine if instead of like this article, like it took me 20 months, bro? Imagine for 1 second, Papa John said, I haven't been working on it at all. In fact, I see it more often than I do before. And everybody's like, wait, what? Like, no, Papa John, you're supposed to not say that word. He's like, oh, okay. And like just stares into the camera and you're just like, anyways, cut back to the people on CNN. Now back to our news anchor in studio.
Yeah, but then cancel culture would get him.
No, he's already canceled. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you've already been canceled.
You know what doesn't make sense to me? So
sometimes doubling down is funny. I mean,
yeah,
not, I guess, but.
So he made Papa John's, right?
Uh-huh.
And he made it into this big thing. There's a fucking Papa John's everywhere. You get canceled because you say a racist word. Okay, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't he just go out and he already knows how to fucking do it? Make another pizza chain or something else chain?
He could, maybe
name it something else and then get somebody like
Mama John's.
Yeah, and then hire a fat bitch to be the face. He could do it, right?
Yeah, he could. I think he's low-key hilarious to me because who struggles like that? You took 20 months to stop saying the N-word?
No,
bro, then just stop doing it.
He still hasn't stopped though, right?
Yeah, he said he's still working on it. Bro, if you're still working on it, just
that's
stop.
That's almost 2 years.
Just stop and double down.
2 years?
Yeah.
You can't stop saying it.
Bro,
what the fuck?
Why couldn't he just lie? Why couldn't he go on the interview like, yeah, I don't say that word anymore. I learned from this. You know, try to be a better guy. Better pizza. Better ingredients. Papa John's. Bro, if it's going to take you more than 20 months, bro, just stop and double down, dude.
Yeah.
Come on. 20 months? Bro.
Maybe
Some people just don't learn.
Maybe he was trying to lie, bro. Because you know how, like, people that happen to, yeah, I don't say that word anymore. They're saying it for, obviously, media. And they're, like, maybe he was like, yeah, if I give this 20-month scenario, maybe they'll be like, oh, he's actually trying and I can go be CEO again. Either way, bro, you should have picked a better number than 20 months.
Yeah, and, like, he was so comfortable saying it in a Zoom call or whatever the hell he was doing it on. It's like, bro, come on, bro. What's going on, dude?
How did that even come up? Aren't you just talking about pizza and numbers, dude?
Can you imagine? Like, hey, what are the sales for each state?
We were just talking about you.
He looks around, Josh. He looks around like this. He looks around the room. I'm gonna say it, and then he says it. Everybody's like,
like, can you imagine if you're on a conference call and they're talking about robust? Should we go with robust, hearty tomato sauce and marinara sauce for our pizza? And this guy just comes out and says the N-word.
Yeah.
Like, how did we get here?
Yeah, and like you can't say anything because he's a CEO. I mean, like, what are you gonna tell the CEO, right?
No, you could say something, and then when he fires you, you could sue the fuck out of them, dude.
And now you're Papa John.
And now you're fucking Papa John.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I don't want $1 billion. I want the company.
Your name to Papa John.
Yeah, that's what he should do. Bro, sometimes it's not bad to double down, even when the doubling down is worse than what you actually did. Sometimes doubling down gets you places.
Not in this case.
Yeah, not in this case, but we're gonna go to another actual food chain. So the food chain, bro. So pull it up, Josh. It's the fucking and obviously we're gonna put the picture up, but it's the Burger King one. So Burger King made a tweet saying women belong in the kitchen. All right, so we're gonna put it up here. After they said women belong in the kitchen, can you guess what happened? Of course. We hear you. We got our initial tweet wrong and we're sorry. Our aim was to draw attention to the fact that only 20% of professional chefs in the UK kitchens are women and to help change that by awarding culinary scholarships. We will do better next time. We decided to delete the original tweet after our apology. It was brought to our attention that there are abusive comments in the thread and we don't want to leave that space open for that. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This, Josh, double down. Right? Bro, I'm like one of the only guys.
They knew what the fuck they were doing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like one of the only guys I know. This is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You know why I think stuff like this is kind of bullshit?
Why?
Because people will get mad that Burger King said this.
Yeah.
But almost every woman I've ever met and known says, hey, take out the trash, you're a man. So what if a company tweeted like, hey, men belong taking the trash out. Men.
Janitors, take the trash out.
Yeah, men have to unclog the toilets. Have you ever seen bro, I'm not saying women don't unclog the toilets, so don't come for me. Don't come for me. But, you can come for me, but you know what I mean? But, so.
Have you ever known a woman to clog a toilet?
I've never met one. There probably is women that clog the toilet.
Yeah, probably some big ass bitches, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, like, bro, this is where you should double down. Sometimes, bro, no one talks about Burger King. No, I've never, no. No one talks about Burger King. So if this gets brought up in the news and it becomes big, guess whose company's getting talked about all over? You know what I mean?
Yeah, their burgers are charbroiled.
I mean, I've had a couple good ones. The thing
you don't
is,
like Burger King?
No, I do. I said I like Burger King. Like I've had a couple good burgers that I was like, oh my god, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I gotta have that double Whopper. You know.
It was just sad seeing them retract their statement. We got our initial tweet wrong and we're sorry.
Why'd you say Wong?
Wong. Yeah, because I'm dyslexic. That's probably why.
We got our initial tweet Wong.
I don't even know if that's what dyslexic means, but you can't make fun of me if I'm special needs. So, our aim was to draw attention to the fact that only 20% of chefs in the kitchen are women. How do you change that? How do you change that? I don't get. You know when someone says like, "Hey, only 10% of this company has men in it, or only 30% of this company has women in it." How do you change that?
So if they were really trying to do that, they should have said what they said, and
Yeah.
then below it mention that statistic.
Yeah, that would have been better. Like, hey, we're trying to reward more.
But no,
more...
you didn't do that. You knew what the fuck you were doing.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing, bro.
Let's move on, dude.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, that's when doubling down. That's when I would double down. What's wrong with that? Women don't belong in the kitchen? Do women not belong in the kitchen?
Women don't belong in the kitchen. I don't belong taking out the trash. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
No, it's true. If you're not gonna change the oil, or if you're not gonna take the trash out, bro. And this is not even this isn't even against women, but like they're the best. Some of the best cooks ever are women.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, so women belong in the kitchen, so I belong taking the trash out. Where do we draw the line here? Yeah. Where does the equality happen? So what, do we belong in the kitchen?
I'm not gonna say it because it's gonna sound hella bad, but we're not.
What?
We're not equal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like literally, we're not, because like we're not.
We're not held to that equality.
So I would love for shit to be equal, because if Emily wanted to start taking the trash out, I would like, bye, take the trash out. I would love that.
Right. We
know that certain people still want to play gender roles while screaming equality.
Right.
That's the thing. Would I want more women in like a professional chef setting? Yeah, that'd be cool. Would I want more men being cooks? Yeah, cool. But come on, dude, it's funny. That's why I'm doubling down on this segment. A lot of people are gonna hit it. They're like, "Oh, Andrew, you have sisters and you just fucking, like."
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about. That they knew what they were doing. You're absolutely right. They should have just kept on board.
What we're talking about is the one-sidedness.
Yeah, it's the one-sidedness, and not
extra shit that everyone's gonna paint it out to be.
And not all women do that though. Not all women are one-sided, and I give them that. There's a lot of women who like would probably.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice, Josh. Throw me a bone here, dude.
Don't throw them a bone. They don't throw us a bone.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the next topic. So the next one is and I'm gonna pull it up here. So they canceled and removed Pepe Le Pew quicker than they did Amber Heard.
Who's Amber Heard?
She's the girl who plays an Aquaman.
Oh, they actually removed her?
Yeah.
It's Johnny Depp's ex-wife, right?
Yeah. It says Pepe Le Pew won't appear in Space Jam 2 due to him representing rape culture.
Was he in the first one? I don't remember him being in the first one.
I think he was in the first one. And so the thing is, Josh, bro, like what do they mean? Represents rape culture, bro. Like I guess, but like here's the problem. And here's the funniest one of them all, dude. This is it right here. I think this is the funniest one, bro. You know how big of this would probably be the funniest shit. The decision to cut Pepe Le Pew from Space Jam: A New Legacy was made a while ago. Pepe cut scene where LeBron teaches him about consent was shot but never fully animated. So LeBron, that's peak comedy, Josh. That's peak comedy. LeBron's teaching a skunk about consent? Sign me up. I want to laugh. What? Bro, can you imagine LeBron talking to a skunk about consent?
If they can make it funny. I have a feeling...
No, it's not funny. That's the funny part, Josh, because it's not funny. Bro, what? That's the funniest part about this. It's not funny. That's what would make it funny. I can imagine LeBron like, hey, Pepe, you got to ask a woman before you kiss her. Which is true, right? But it's just funny to see it fully animated. Now, I got to see this, I got to see it. I got to see LeBron teach a skunk about consent. You know why? Why the fuck not? Because why the fuck not? If we're going to cancel Pepe Le Pew, what we should do is at least give him a chance. Can you learn from your mistakes, Pepe? Can you ask girls to kiss them? Because, bro, people say you're the head of rape culture now. People say you're the head of sexual assault. I think Pepe deserves a second shot, bro. And LeBron was going to give it to him.
You would give a rapist a second shot?
I'm not saying no. especially if it's Pepe Le Pew, dude. Not a real life rapist, Josh. Come on, you're trying to get me canceled, but and every time Josh is on the show, he tries to get me canceled. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. But yeah, that shit's funny. It's peak comedy. Who doesn't want to see LeBron teach a skunk, an animated skunk at
I
that?
just want to see animation and playing basketball. That's all I give a fuck about.
No, that's what I'm saying. They ruined it now. They ruined it. Nobody watched. Nobody was saying like, "Hey, I can't wait to watch Space Jam so LeBron can teach Pepe Le Pew about consent." I want to watch Space Jam so they could take Lola Rabbit's titties away.
They took Lola Rabbit's titties away?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not over here obsessing over a fucking cartoon rabbit, but come on, dude. Like, we all know what this is. We know what it is. When we watched Lola Rabbit, we know what it is, Josh. We know why we watched her. She was fine. She was right?
Yeah.
I've never seen a rabbit that beautiful.
So you're telling me in number 1 she's gonna have titties, and number 2 she's not gonna have
No.
titties?
Which I don't, whatever. But we know what this is. So now what do we do? So what did LeBron do? Like,
Why are they being weird?
why didn't LeBron double down? That's what I'm saying. The whole show comes to doubling down. What's next? Is Foghorn Leghorn is like, you know what I mean? Like, is he not gonna have a Southern accent anymore?
Yeah, probably.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm not mad that like they took Lola's chest away, and I'm not mad about the Pepe Le Pew thing, but I would have loved to have seen it. That's just what it comes down to. I would have loved
Why
to
are
have
they
seen it.
making it more than what it's supposed to be? It's about Bugs Bunny and them and LeBron playing basketball. Where's all this extra shit coming from?
Yeah, where does the LeBron teaches him consent about? Like what? Hey, wait a minute.
What even
is?
brings that on?
You're right. What does bring that on? What is that?
What does that have to do with basketball? And monsters.
Does that?
Exactly.
So, or I don't know if you. I mean, you talked about this earlier. So HBO Max told IGN that Zack Snyder's Justice League was in fact temporarily available, but the error was addressed within minutes. So people who tried to watch Tom and Jerry were instead they got to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League.
So they clicked on Thomas Jerry.
Yeah, and it was just Zack Snyder's
Thomas
Justice
Jerry.
I wonder how many people what they saw. Dude, this one guy's comment was like, "Yeah, that was better than anything Marvel's ever fucking done."
Oh yeah, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Not from DC, you did it. Chill the fuck out. Go pop some acid or something. Go take some shrooms.
I'm excited for the movie though. I've been seeing that. Like the trailer looks good. I'm excited for Zack Snyder. That would have been kind of fun to click on Tom and Jerry. Like who clicks? You know what I mean? Just Zack is like the only person I know that said let's click on Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, he said that in the group chat. I was like, well, guess I'm not coming home tonight.
So not only did someone have to click on Tom and Jerry, but then that's when you get to see Justice League early. You know, whatever. It's fine. I'm just saying that would have been kind of cool to see. So I was gonna talk about my Johnny Rockets experience, which I was at Johnny Rockets at the mall, and it was kind of greasy, bro, because like this guy was order 68 and I was order 69.
Hey.
Yeah. Pause. Yay, and that's my favorite rapper. You know how people get hella mad. Sex Nine's your fucking favorite rapper?
Hey, Justin, can you edit a rat's face on Andrew's face?
Yeah, I look at the camera. Do it. I don't care. Do it. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, so the guy takes my food, and then I'm like, the lady behind me ended up getting her food. I'm like, wait, what? So I walk up, and I'm like, hey, is my order 69? She goes, yeah, we already called it. I'm like, yeah, that guy took it.
Why don't you walk up on
I did. So the mall was packed. I'm not used to the mall being packed. So it was kind of weird, right? It felt weird. I walk up to the table. I'm like, hey, you guys took my food. And like
Why didn't you get him while he was trying to grab your food?
Because I thought that was his food. I was like, there's no
you
way.
Didn't hear 69?
No, I thought there's no way. I said, there's no way. That's how egregious this was. I thought, no way. No way, bro.
Nah, bro.
I walk up
if my number's called, yeah, and I see somebody walking up, yeah, back the fuck up, dude. You're 68.
I walked up to the table. I'm like, hey, you guys took my food. She goes, oh, we were trying to figure that out. And like he was already eating my burger. So I said, hey, I don't give a shit. You took my food. I just want to let you know. Even Emily said the same thing. Like, hey, imagine if they would have took Josh's food.
Oh no.
Yeah, because like Emily's like, hey, she's right, bro. Like we weren't there to fight. I didn't go to the mall to fight. They were willing to remake my food and no charge me. So I was like, you know, bro. So I at least walked up to the table. They all, and the sister looked hella mad at me.
My food. Nobody would have took my food. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
But it's just funny how like people like the second the malls start opening up, people want to act like jackasses.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna end off with meme of the week. So meme of the week is it's the 4 life challenge. So Josh, would you want free travel for life, free food for life, or C, never go to jail no matter what you do for life?
The last one.
You think you can make yeah, you probably can make money doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably pick the last one. Free food. I'm in my
bro,
belly.
if I never go to jail for life, no matter what I did, I could have free food for life and I could have free travel for life with the money I'm gonna make.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, bro. Like, you're right. I knew you'd like C. That looks very
Anybody
tempting.
should like C.
Yeah, you can go to no matter what. You never go to that's bad though. You can murder who you want.
Yeah, I can murder my opposition, bro.
Yeah, true. Free travel for life. What does that do?
Nice vacations.
Yeah, but then you still have to go to 9 to 5 and you still have to work.
Yeah.
Free
You
food.
still have to pay for the shit once you get there.
So when it says free food for life,
So like,
I
look,
see.
I could go in and I could steal whatever food I fucking wanted,
and you never
and
get.
I could eat it and never go to jail.
Okay, so that's free food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could get on a plane.
Without paying for it, and never
Yeah,
get
but
in
they
trouble.
would probably kick you off. But I could rob somebody, get the money to pay for that ticket, and then not go to jail.
Yeah, seesaw's everything.
I'm robbing banks, bro.
Yeah, seesaw's everything. Yeah.
And then when they pull me over, like show them my little card or whatever, and say bye, and drive right down the street.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. It's like, hey, why didn't you arrest that guy? We can't. We literally can't.
There's nothing we can do.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even know why this is a contest. Why? Who made this meme? Like, literally, who made this meme? I don't know. What? Yeah, of course I'm picking C. I was kind of bent on B and C because I was like, fuck. I saw
When you
fast food
mentioned
pictures
that,
up
I
there.
wasn't even thinking about killing anybody until you brought it up.
Well, I mean, like, that's the downside to like doing whatever crime you want, not getting in trouble. But I guess.
What do you mean? That's an upside. Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
I tend to look at the cup as half
The cup
full.
is half full. Hey, you notice that, Ocho? What? The cup is half full. You're like, you're right. It is half full. Like from Wedding Crashers. But yeah, okay. So tonight's episode is done, guys. Thank you for tuning in. The Podbean stuff's looking great. Like the Spotify and Apple Podcasts, it looks amazing as always. Yeah, and until next time, guys, take care of yourself.